Okay, here you see Skytear Horde in full action. This game, the deluxe box, the deluxe tokens, and you're looking at the final stage. Let's zoom out a little bit. So here you see the rotation of the portal. It is undamaged. Here are the two of the minions. With the blue deck, it's easy to draw them near and defeat them. They start, as shows here, with a plus for an attack, but with an ally you can defeat them easily, and then they are perfectly harmless. And because of in Skytear Horde you don't get a card at the end of your turn, you get a card when you defeat a monster, and these minions are perfect to defeat over and over again. But of course the main force comes from this deck of what is the deck? The deck is common cards, as you can see in by the symbol, and beastmen. They're all that of the two packs meshed together. That was for the introduction mode. After the first portal was destroyed, the first Hatebringer dude came on. I managed to defeat him. It had an armor of 2, but this time he has an armor of 3. So you have 3 of these shield tokens. Also, he has he does 5 damage, and he has 4 life. I managed to defeat him in an earlier turn to give him 2 damage. And then I drew the Dawn Defenders. They cost 7 mana, so I had to wait until it was on top. And every turn you get what the portal says in terms of mana, so it's plus 6. Some monsters, when they appear, also get give you mana, but these ones don't. So what you do then is, first of all, you draw a card. Amount of cards is written here, so it's a 0. That's normally 1, but when the thing rotates, sometimes it gives 0. So that's the first thing that you do. And after it was a graphite. It was like so. So I played my cards. The alliance turn is after the drawing. This says on play, so when it enters play, Dawn Defenders deal 5 damage to a non-epic monster. So that's how I defeated this one. There's an armor of 1, but life of 4. So with 5 damage, you can defeat it, and it deals 1 damage to an ally within 1 lane. There is no other ally. So by defeating this monster, I drew a card, which I can immediately deploy if I want to. But as you can see, it costs 6 mana, and I only have 5, so that is a bummer. Everything, of course, is centered on the castle on the right. See here, it's a pretty beaten up castle, the Gaping Mole. It has 3, 6, 9, 10 damage already. It has a life of 20, if I can show it like so. It has an interesting property that if you exhaust it, pay 1 mana, then you can remove 2 wounds from the castle. I also used one to remove 1 from an ally. It was which one was it? Yeah, to keep the Dawn defenders a little bit more alive, so they could soften the crowd a bit, and then draw a card. So it's a very nice mechanic. Anyway, after you put the monster out, not a monster this turn, then they move all to the left. I defeated the graphite golem, so they were all to the left. Then it was the alliance turn, and I can reorder at will my alliance cards in play. This one has a property that if you exhaust it, exhaust doesn't mean that it doesn't work anymore. It means that the exhaust property cannot be triggered again. So by exhausting, you just slide it down, and it still can attack for 2 damage in this case. I used it to add 1 mana, and I could play the Dawn Defenders. Now the Graphite Golem, I let his damage go through because he only does 2 damage, so he did 2 damage to my castle. And this Dawn Defender now attacks. The Graphite Golem attacks the castle because there is no opposing monster, and the Hatebringer and the Dawn Defender attack each other. The Dawn Defender does 5 damage to the Hatebringer. It has 3 shields, so only 2 damage go through. The shields are removed, they are pierced, as they say, and 2 damage go through. So it kills the Hatebringer, but the Hatebringer also does an attack to the Dawn Defenders. It does 5 damage, and the Dawn Defenders has 5 life, so they kill each other. There is a play property here. The Hatebringer gains +1 attack and trample for the remainder of the turn. That is only when it enters play, and it entered play the turn before. So this doesn't apply anymore, but the armor 3 does apply. Anyway, it's dead, and that immediately wins the game. So with a castle that has sustained 10 damage, with a deck that is this size, and the discard pile that is this size, almost the same. I went halfway through the deck, and as you know, probably when you deplete your draw deck for the alliance, then it's game over as well. For the rule overview, alliance players win at the end of the turn in which the final outsider stage has been destroyed. So I have to also finish up this. Let's see. So this does 2 damage to the Sun Chimera. But it also has a fight ability, and the ally engaged with Saint Chimera gains -1 attack. So you have the fight action, and then you have the trigger effects, and the trigger effect here is that this is applied, and that's part of the things that I don't like about this game is that during a fight stuff happens. Now, in which order? I don't really care what happens, well, what the outcome is, because I already won and they can't defeat me anymore. But still, let's go over the order. So the first you do the refresh phase, so the castle becomes refreshed again. So you can use the ability by spending a mana. Ready and exhausted is explained here. The exhausted cards fight normally like ready, except you cannot activate their exhausted abilities anymore. Next step is to summon the Horde cards according to the portal, which was 0. Then resolve the new Horde cards. You gain a mana of the new cards, not the portal. Then you shift all the monsters to the left. Then you apply the portal text. If it applies, doesn't apply now because it says summon all cards in the outsider pile, and the outsider pile is already depleted. Then you do the alliance cards. You can engage minions to gain. It's very useful to engage minions, but you need to have an ally. So you draw the minion and you move the ally